What if I told you there's a town where it literally rains fish from the sky, or a river in the Amazon that's so hot it can cook you alive? And yet, there's no volcano in sight. Imagine driving down a road that disappears into the ocean, not in theory, but in real time, twice every single day. These aren't science fiction stories or urban myths. They are real places, verified, observed, and yet still utterly unexplained. Welcome to Infinity, your gateway to the strangest, most mind-bending mysteries from around the world. In this video, we'll uncover 5 real places that defy logic, locations where nature ignores the rules and the laws of physics seem optional. From a magnetic hill that tricks your brain to a waterfall that somehow contains a never-ending flame, you're about to take a trip through Earth's weirdest corners. These stories are not just fun facts. They're loaded with scientific questions, ancient myths, and visuals that will leave you speechless. So buckle up, because you're about to explore the unbelievable, and everything you see is 100% real. And don't forget, subscribe, like, and hit the bell, because Infinity brings you the stories the rest of the world is still trying to explain. Deep in northern Honduras lies a humble town called Yoro. But this is no ordinary village. It's home to a phenomenon so strange, even scientists are left baffled. Known locally as lluvia de peces, or rain of fish, it's exactly what it sounds like. Fish literally fall from the sky, flapping, fresh, and very much alive. This bizarre event happens at least once a year, typically between May and July, after heavy thunderstorms roll in. The next morning, villagers emerge to find hundreds of silver fish scattered across roads, fields, and even rooftops. But here's the weird part. There's no large body of water nearby. No sea, no lakes, just hills, valleys, and rain. Scientists have tried to explain it, citing waterspouts or underground fish flushed up by rain. But that doesn't account for the cave-dwelling blind fish species often found. Locals believe it's a divine miracle, the answer to a 19th century priest's prayers to feed the poor. It's now part of the town's culture, complete with a festival, tourism, and even a brand of tinned sardines. Despite international media coverage, no one has ever filmed the actual fall happening live, only the aftermath. Whether it's a meteorological riddle or a miracle from above, Yoro remains one of the strangest places on Earth. In the heart of the Peruvian Amazon flows a river that defies everything we know about geology, the Shanay Timpishka, boiled with the heat of the sun. Stretching over 4 miles, this river reaches temperatures of up to 93 degrees Celsius, 200 degrees Fahrenheit, enough to boil small animals alive. It's located hundreds of kilometers from any active volcano or tectonic activity, making its heat source a complete mystery. Scientists believe it may be powered by deep geothermal fault lines, but no confirmed link has ever been found. Local legend tells of giant serpents that heat the river's waters, a sacred place watched over by jungle spirits. Geoscientist Andres Russo was the first to map and study the river, after hearing stories from his Peruvian grandmother. His research confirmed the temperature, but couldn't fully explain why the river is so hot in such a cool, non-volcanic area. Stepping into the river is deadly. Several animals have been filmed falling in and cooking alive within seconds. Russo now works to protect the site, as illegal logging and oil drilling threaten its mysterious ecosystem. The boiling river isn't just a geological wonder, it's a glimpse into Earth's hidden thermal power, still waiting to be understood. Off the coast of western France, you'll find one of the most dangerous and surreal roads in the world, the Passage du Gois. At first glance, it's a 4.3-kilometer causeway connecting the mainland to the island of Noirmoutier. But twice a day, this seemingly normal road vanishes under the sea as the Atlantic tides rise. The water can submerge the entire road by up to 13 feet, making it impassable and extremely dangerous. Mistime your drive by even 15 minutes, and you could find yourself trapped in a rapidly flooding landscape. Rescue towers dot the causeway for those who get stranded, and must wait for hours until the tide recedes. Despite modern technology and warning signs, tourists still get caught fascinated by the road's bizarre behavior. Locals, however, have been using the route since the 1700s, often relying on knowledge passed down for generations. Satellite images show the road disappearing like a ghost, a striking reminder of nature's rhythm and power. It's a road, a danger zone, and a mystery all in one, the only highway on Earth that disappears twice a day. High in the Himalayas, near the town of Leh in India, there's a strange stretch of road that defies gravity, or so it seems. When you park a vehicle in neutral on Magnetic Hill, it appears to roll uphill instead of down. The effect has baffled drivers for decades, with many believing the hill contains magnetic forces or spiritual energy. But the truth is even stranger. It's a perfectly engineered optical illusion created by the surrounding landscape. The slopes and horizon play tricks on your brain, making a downhill slope appear uphill. Magnetic hills are found in other countries too, including Canada, Oman, and the US, each with its own myths and legends. In Ladakh, monks believe it's a test of purity, where only the spiritually clean will ascend. Some tourists have reported compasses malfunctioning, adding fuel to the idea of magnetic interference. Scientists say there's no magnetic force at play, just geometry, perspective, and illusion. Still, the sensation of defying gravity leaves visitors wide-eyed, proof that even our senses can be fooled by Earth itself. Deep in Chestnut Ridge Park, New York, there's a waterfall that houses a mystery burning for centuries. The Eternal Flame Falls. Behind the falling water is a small, flickering flame. A natural gas leak that somehow keeps burning despite the damp conditions. There are other eternal flames in the world, but what makes this one unusual is its location inside a waterfall. The gas seep isn't strong enough to sustain a flame by typical standards, yet it continues to burn. Scientists have measured the gas composition and found it doesn't match the usual deep earth origin, raising more questions. Indigenous legends tell of a spirit flame gifted by nature, meant to bring balance between the elements. Visitors often describe the area as unusually quiet, peaceful, as if the forest itself is guarding the flame. Sometimes the flame is extinguished only to reignite on its own or with a single match. Even modern science hasn't fully explained why the flame endures, especially in such an unlikely wet environment. It's a living contradiction, a fire protected by water, and another reminder that Earth still holds secrets. The world is filled with places that science, logic, and even Google Maps can't fully explain. From boiling rivers and disappearing roads to eternal flames and gravity-defying hills, these aren't stories, they're witnessed realities. Each location challenges our understanding of nature, physics, and human perception. Some have ancient myths, some have partial scientific theories, but all spark wonder. Maybe that's what makes them so powerful. They remind us that we don't know everything yet, and perhaps we never will. But here at Infinity, we'll keep searching, keep exploring, and keep telling the stories the world needs to hear. So, which one of these mind-bending places would you visit first? Leave a comment below, and let's start a conversation about the Earth's most mysterious corners. And remember, subscribe to Infinity for more deep dives into the impossible, the unexplained, and the unbelievably true.